This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and 1xBet.
And wasting no time, the ball in the air. It's going to be a chance. Fielders running towards each other, no calling amongst it. They managed to save the boundary. Here's time to this one on the stumps, and he's got time on his side, and he hits the ball. So fourth ball now, and again just a bit short, a bit wide into Saif ur Rahman's hitting arc, and this one over the boundary. Keeps it outside off, but gives last ball played away behind, square through the fielder, and he lets it go.
Galloping start, you might say, and this is going to continue now with Rifat getting in onto the action. He has his first boundary, and so yeah, plenty happening. A lot of balls flying off the bat early in this one. Well, he'll go in the same direction. This one will go all the way. Maximo! And this is brutal from the Stallions in the power play.
In, and it's an outside edge from Saif ur Rahman, and it goes down, and that could be very desperate for the Riders. That was their chance.
This is a full toss, and that will get the treatment as well. So making the most of the power play. Rifat belts another 4. But yeah, the foot fielding, I just feel... Well, this is in the air momentarily. Not really clean contact from Rifat. They're going to grade 2. I'm not a huge fan of running. Well, if that had hit the stumps, I think it might have been out. Quarter chance, if anything, but they need something to go their way in the 4th. The first one is basically hurls himself at the ball here, does Rifat, and he gets the journey. Maximal, quite an extraordinary shot there from the right-hander. And now this is another one which is going, and it will go all the way. So Rifat is lighting it up, catching up, if you like. Back-to-back sixes here in the 4th over. Slow ball attempt, but he picks it and he hits it, and that's going to be 6. So Maximo, 6 more. It's 3 on the spin. This time he will get it, and he'll get it pretty well over the offside. And that offside power is what makes him a bit different to some other left-handers. He can hit 6s all over the field. Another 6s, and those are really dangerous players in this format.
Well, that's exactly what the Riders were telling me in between. They were just worried about his power, and he's a big individual.
As he leans back into this and sends it miles over the boundary. So Maximo to finish the over. This one is going to be hit, and it just climbs over the fielder. That's going to be 6 more. Maximo to Saif ur Rahman. And the Stallions, they have bolted, and they're 90. Rahman on 49, make that 55. Another half-century to the Baltic boss, as he does boss this one up and over the top. A Maximo to bring it up with Estonia. That's just hit very hard as well. It'll be 1 bounce 4. So 55 and counting. This is a guy who's already got... All right, this one is hit up in the air. Will get away from the fielders. In fact, it'll be another 4 runs. So the runs just keep on coming with 4 overs remaining. Still on for that 160 plus. Picked it up into his hand. But anyway, this is pretty fancy from the batter as well. This is going to run away for another 4 runs. Now Rifat on 49, hunting another half-century. Up in the air once again. It's that offside power from Rifat. A Maximo! And well, the Baltic boss, having none of it, he just leans on this one, guides it through point. It's a square drive. Well, we might have had the Bumrah-esque reference, but it was the batter that wins that contest. Here, Saif ur Rahman. And he's going to go straight, and he's going to go with power this time. A Maximo takes him up to 70. And this time he slices once again over point. That'll get away from the fielder as well. Cuatro carreras. Been caught a wide, but I think that's bounced off the pitch just because you can see where it bounces. Now it's going to be a low full toss. He just leans back and digs it out. Saifur Rahman to 80. And the boss is once again climbing towards the three figures. I mentioned one interesting thing about Saif. This one's up in the air, and Fielder has to watch this as well as Saifur Rahman moves up to 86. As Rifak is going to get this one. It's going to be up in the air. It's just out of the fielder's grasp. We got a wipeout. That's going to be up. It's going to be in the air, and it's going to be 6.
This next ball as it goes up, and the fielder goes in, tries to shield his eyes, and takes a catch.
Saif, to be fair, he was flying pretty close to the sun the ball before. He had a 51-metre job to get into the 90s, but it won't be a second century of the series for the Baltic boss, and I've got to give credit to Rupam Barua there. Takes a good catch under pressure. Pitches up, Rifak's ready for it, and he's going to hammer it. Maximo! I wouldn't exactly say he got off to a greater start. He eases up, thinks he's safe. He ain't safe. In fact, he is going to be run out. Well done by Sharma to get back. I think he must know he's out. He was out by a fair distance. So, credit to the riders there. They do create a second dismissal. They will get Rifak back on strike. Time for the curtain call for Rifak. And he misses, and I think that one's okay. So, well done to Sharma. Actually keeps it reasonably quiet in the last over. Only goes for 10. Rifak will finish with 69 off 29 balls. Saifur Rahman was going even quicker, 92 off 27. It's going to start with a wild one. This one will go towards those two outfielders, but it's going to be away and over the boundary. Chadrappa with his first. It's a 4. Oh, well, that should be gone. It will be gone. Just offers a fairly open face here. Does Chadrappa just trying to use the pace. In the end, it balloons to backward point. And there's the first wicket. Didn't take long. 7 without loss.
He tries to play it over the infield, but just doesn't get enough wood onto it and just basically places it into the deep point gully.
Nice looking little punch down here. In fact, that's into the gap, and that'll run away for 4. So Barua, well, this is in the air now. We'll just climb over the fielder in the circle and the rope. Maximo, pretty good shot there from Barua. Well, that's going to fly. It's a fraction short, but it's a brilliant shot, actually. And Maximo was flat from Prajapati. That's one way to get off the mark. Break that one down for me. Prajapati, by the way, hits this 4. Hamad doesn't finish well. This is another one of these back cuts by Barua. This one will beat the fielder. So Aurangzeb comes into the attack. Nice little back cut again, finds another gap. And this could run away, it does. So despite the foot fielding effort from Rifat Khan, Barua will help himself to another 4 runs. A little bit short, this one, oh wow, would have been an amazing catch, but just burst through the hands of the outfielder. Prajapati with 4 runs. Oh, he's chopped on. Very good Yorker from Usmani. It was a class over, really. Prajapati goes 4 and out. Just jams down on this, gets a piece of it, but it also gets a fair piece of the stumps. Over goes the timber, and Fike come up with a good over. 1 for 5 in the 5th, and the score 56 for 2. That one's going to be cut away, and Barua, death by 1,000 cuts for the bowlers at the moment. He's played that shot very well, and with that 4 runs, he moves into the 30s. He does go straight, but it might be curtains. Oh, well, climbs just over that field. It'll be a Maximo for Rupam. And the riders still have a little bit of fight left. Just getting over the top. Just on cue, he bowls a big full toss, and it's going to eat up the fielder. It will be 4. Now, overcorrect slightly in the vicinity of the fielder in the infield, but he's not going to chase this down, so that'll be 4. Well, pace in, pace out, although this could be a run out. It's a race. And it's a race won by the fielder who gave Islam a hit. Well, Barua did. And the fielder said, you know, why throw when you can run? So Islam probably getting shown up there for being... Barua, though, could bring up his 50. And he might, but he might not. In fact, he's going to be caught. So from bad to worse now for the riders as they get knocked out of the saddle again. It's 2 in 2 in a weird way. And Barua, unfortunately for him, he won't make his second ECN 50. He goes for a fighting 49 and the score 79 for 4. Yes, we will. In fact, it's a third wicket for the over. It's an archetypal Yorker from Junaid that cleans up this stumps, and Adin has to walk back for a duck. And the riders getting exposed a little bit here with those wickets being lost. And after 8 overs, 79 for 5.
79 for 5, so it looks a long way off now for the bonus point. Unfortunately for the riders, they've 5 balls still to go, as this one gets hit high and wide and gets caught by the person at a wide slip. It's a good, simple catch there, and another wicket goes down for the riders.
They've fallen away quickly. You see the difference between the two teams, really. Oh, this is in the air, just gets over the fielder. They'll run away for another 4. So some late runs coming. First time they've reached the 90s in a loss. That won't be enough to get them a point out of this one. Yeah, so we have 2 European Cricket Series in England this year. We have one in Hornchurch coming up at the start of June, and we have one in... If you can join us, then why don't you? Right now, this game is in the book. They'll end up with 93, so it's 175 to 93 in the end, so a fairly healthy margin. I make that 82 runs, and that means the Stallions also, because they keep the riders